A 14-year-old died because of the president. Now, you may have heard this in stories, in movies, but this is what has happened in reality in Maldives. So, what exactly is going in Maldives and how it is affecting India and how it is connected to China is what I'm going to explain you in the story. Few days back, there was an election in which Mohammad Muizzu was elected as the president based on his campaign, which was India Out. Now, after he was elected as the president, there is a tradition when there is a president elected in Maldives. After winning the election, he will go in India and meet the Prime Minister of the India. But this time, it did not happen. Mohammad Muizzu, after getting elected, went to China and met Xi Jinping. And the reason behind it is that Xi Jinping was helping him with the election. Now, how Mohammad Muizzu's party was being helped by China? Obviously, China spend money on the parties in different countries where they want their men to be the president. Now, China want to have a control in Asia. For that, you have seen earlier in case of Bangladesh, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, that what they do is they spend in the infrastructure, education, railway in different field in that country. And after giving this financial aid, when these small countries are not able to return this money, mostly China control these countries on the basis of the debt which it has through China. Now, why China is doing all this? Because China wants to become a superpower. But the only problem is that it is threatened by the economy, the growing economy of India. So, what it wants to do, it wants to control all the neighbors around India so that it can use them as and when required against India. So that India's economy weakens and China can control the entire Asia and later on turns out to be the superpower in the world. They said that they will provide medical treatment to those people who are local of Maldives and they will send people for tourism to Maldives. There is a friendship bridge which is called as Maldives China Friendship Bridge, which was being built by China. So these are the expenditure which China is doing in Maldives, and the reason behind it is it wants to control Maldives. Once Maldives is under debt and is not able to return the money which China is spending, then China will buy one of the island in Maldives or many and will make the military base out there. It will also control that area of Indian Ocean for its trading, like it has done previously in Sri Lanka when Sri Lanka was not able to return the money. They leased Hambantota International Port for 99 years. And now it is under the control of China and there is a military base of China. So this is what is going in Maldives right now. Now, in place of helping Mohammad Muizzu in the election, China asked Mohammad Muizzu to start with a campaign called as India Out. They said that if we help you with the campaign, then you have to make sure that Indian soldiers which are there in Maldives are thrown out of Maldives. Now, Mohammad Muizzu, after coming back from China, he gave more pressure on Indian soldiers to leave the country. Now, why Indian soldiers are there in Maldives? The biggest reason behind this is that they don't want to do some kind of war or bully Maldives. They are there to provide food, financial aid, medical aid, and during COVID time, they provided vaccines. If there is a problem in Maldives, these Indian soldiers train Maldivian soldiers. So, they are there. But instead of being thankful for whatever India has done for Maldives for so many years, being the best ally, never asking for any money, always helping Maldives. Maldives under Mohammed Muizzu is running a campaign called as India Out. Now, this is because of China, because China has put pressure on Maldives against the loan which China has given to Maldives, that they should run a campaign called as India Out. Now, how this is related to the child who has died recently, the 14-year who has died recently. Now, let me tell you, in case of Maldives, there is only one way through which the main city and the islands are connected. That is through water, through yacht and boat, or through flights, or through military aircraft. Now, even if a single person, if a single local person is having some sort of disease, he is taken to India through military aircrafts for his treatment. Now, in this case, what happened, because Mohammed Muizzu was running a campaign called as India Out, during this time, there was a child who was 14 years old and he was having cancer. Now, during this period, this child was severely ill. So, his parents requested Mohammed Muizzu that he should be sent to India for further treatment. But Mohammed Muizzu, he did not allow this. He did not give the permission for Indian military to carry this child to India. Reason? Because he was running the campaign India Out. So, how can he send that child to India for the treatment? Because of which, after few days, this child died. Now, as soon as the child died, there was a kind of hurricane in Maldives. People were out of the street and they started protesting against Maldivian government, and that is Mohammed Muizzu. They started protesting against Mohammed Muizzu and they wanted Mohammed Muizzu to resign, because they are not happy with the fact that Mohammed Muizzu is trying to break the ties with the best ally, which is India. Now, there's one more thing. There was one more reason why the ministers in Maldives were against Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister. Few days back, Mr. Modi went to Lakshadweep. There, he took some of the photograph during that time for increasing the tourism in Lakshadweep. Now, Maldives thought that this is to stop business of Maldives, tourism of Maldives, and increase tourism in Lakshadweep. But it was not the case. Mr. Modi did this because he wanted to increase the tourism in Lakshadweep. It was not because they wanted to stop the tourism in Maldives. This was one more reason why the Maldivian people became emotional and was manipulated by the government of Maldives during the election. But now the people have understood that China is there to occupy their land, to control them. So they are against Mohammed Muizzu and they want Mohammed Muizzu to resign. So this is the story of Maldives which is going on right now. I will come up with another story next week. Till then, bye.